Welcome back to C Morning Show, and we are in our last hour. Still with me, Yasha Khatab, and there's Rahma Landi. And earlier we had a talk show also with Shafira. But as you can see, you had a little glimpse of what's happening here. Also with the colors behind us. This is a more colorful talk show of the day.
So that means it's related with kids.
Kids, yes. So which parents with young children may found useful? This talk show is about teaching methods in early childhood education. And before we start, I'd like to ask, which one is your go-to method, Rahma Landi? Especially you're the more experienced parent here.
Well, I'm not going to say that because I do understand that every parent has its own way to educate or to teach their children. But for me, it's like you see at that moment, you tell them, and then they will learn. Okay, so it's not just based on curriculums, but outside the curriculum, they need to understand also.
Okay.
Okay, so it has been suggested that being active and also not just sitting around can be more beneficial to children. The so-called multisensory and also play-based learning. So joining us today to explain more about this, so there's a co-founder of the Rumah Dandelion and also early childhood educator, Carmelia. Good morning, Carmelia Riyadhni.
Good morning.
And we can say, we are going to greet you with the proper sentence that they teach, the young ones in your school. We have to greet with and also Tante. So we are now officially Tante, no wait, and then Tante. So it's Tante Carmel. Okay, Tante Carmel. Thank you so very much for coming.
Yeah.
Now, we are going to learn together about this multisensory, right? So tell us more about multisensory and also its effects.
Okay, actually the multisensory is the senses of the children itself, right? So it been there in their body and and every day usually they have the stimulus from the environments, whether either it's a weather or something they touch, they feel, and from the early age actually they learn the multisensory from the daily activities.
Okay.
And very important at early age to know this because it's the basic from their learning. So in the future challenge during the school age, they can cover that at school, but more easier for that.
Okay.
Tante Carmel, why is this so important? I'm a first-time parent, right? My daughter is only 17 months. And I think one of the things that I want my daughter to be active, to play, is that because it's like I'm trying to prevent the child from getting hooked on gadgets or screens from a very early age. Is that also concerns from other parents as well?
Yeah, it's a concern that always give it to us as a teachers and as early childhood educators as well, how actually they can make some activities for their children.
Right.
That's why. In the early age, actually the job for children actually is to play. So children play is very serious learning for them because play is very enjoyable for you and also give positive emotions for yourself as well. And when you talk about play, what you think of is like fun, excitement, excited. That's why during the play it's easier for the children to open themselves to learn new things, unlock and achieve a new skill, for example. Or later on you can see they learn a new vocabulary. And also during the play they also engage with the parents, for example, or from the teacher, and also other kids, which is their friends as well.
Okay, so they are not just learning by themselves, but they're collaborating as well.
Yes,
now, in Rumah Dandelion itself, you are one of the, what we can say, the core, right? The core team in the Rumah Dandelion itself. So, as a educational person yourself, what drives you to be an educator for young children?
Because we believe, me and my team actually believe that early age education is very important, especially for children since zero, since after birth, and until the 6 years old, before their school age. Because whatever we teach them, it will be their fundamental learnings when they go to the school.
Yes.
So that's why encourage us as a teacher and educators to mostly to active in this part of the education.
Right, so this is called the
Multisensory playground.
Okay, playground. So this is the multi-sensory playground. So it's a play-based learning still.
And we play it with playing together.
Right, right.
So actually the play-based learning is a method. So it's a method for the children to play, so they will open themselves. Because when we ask the children, let's go to play, they're very excited, right?
Right.
So it's actually a method of learning by playing.
Okay.
Because some people probably think that play is only like play, nothing much to learn, nothing much to do. But actually, inside the play is rich of a lot of things that children can learn.
Yes.
How can this prepare them better for formal education? Because this is not mandatory for anybody, right?
It's a mandatory for the children. Because when they play, and then actually they develop their developmental skills as well, like their cognitive, the way they solve the problems, and then also the gross motoric skills and the fine motoric skills. They need to solve the problem with that, and also they also enhance their personal social skills.
Ooh, I
because
like
sometimes when you go play, for example, when you're running or when you play something, and then you can get frustrated with the play that you, the games that you play, right? Sometimes, and children can feel the same as well. So that's why in the play, we also can teach them how they regulate their emotions. For example, probably you get angry because you fail in this game. Probably we can try it next time. And as us and adults who accompany them to play, we can adjust the challenge of the games. For example, for this kind of play, probably it's too hard for this these students. So we can adjust it. And even though the challenge is too low, sometimes they get bored. So we need to keep up the challenge as well.
But I don't think, children are going to get bored if we play.
Of course, because play is
Let's
fun.
start the play.
Let's start the play. Yeah, of course.
I will stop the talking and I'll start the play.
Okay, let's start the play. So here with me today, I will have Tante Sarah together with me. This is one of the teachers in Sekolah Ramadan, and also our students. You wanna use your socks or you wanna open your socks? Which one you prefer? Kamu mau dicopot kaos kakinya atau dipakai? Dipakai. Okay.
Okay.
So Tante Sarah will give the instructions to the students.
Okay.
So when the multisensory, actually the sensory, our sensory, we do have like 7 sensory. We know in Indonesia they call it panca indera, but we also have the internal sensory, which is a vestibular, which is for the balancing, and proprioceptive, they call it.
Okay.
Wow.
So this kind of very general activities that we can play. This is the engrang or the stitch. They need to do the balancing.
So try to balance. So how old are the children?
They are 6. So after that, they will next year they will go to the school age year, which is in elementary school.
Yes, look at that. So, so they're actually like exploring and then trying to balance themselves. They know what they're doing.
That's not easy.
Balancing, actually, you feel like
look at that.
Wow.
Look
That is
at
amazing.
that.
That's great.
Okay. So balancing check.
And then Sarah the teacher purposely to put this kind of activity because they have like a lot of textures on it. So some children sometimes quite sensitive with this kind of texture.
Okay, so what are they doing now?
Now, this is the main of the play itself. They're looking for the words. So before that, they have a cue card. For example, like this one. See, this is shirts atau baju in Indonesia. So they need to look for the words.
The words.
They need.
So baju. So ini huruf B. And then S.
This is the problem solving that actually they need to do during the play, right?
Right,
So
okay.
like baju, what is the phonics about baju?
Right.
In Indonesia, they call it bah, j. And inside their brain, right? Actually, they need to collaborate everything they know. Like if the children doesn't know the phonics itself, for B is a bah, it's going to be difficult.
Difficult, of course, of course. So doing this kind of challenge, I mean, the kids are right now in the studio, they are 6 years old, right? So what's the earliest age that you actually recommend to do this kind of learning-based
Actually, since
playing?
birth.
Oh, since birth?
Of course, because since birth, for example, like babies, we can play with them. Like peekaboo,
Right.
actually is also enhancing their cognitive brains as well, and the visual development.
Right.
For the coordinations with the hands, also the visuals. So we can play actually since the wombs even.
Yes.
And then since the birth too.
Okay.
Like Ms. Yasa, before this session, he also mentioned that actually her daughter.
Yes.
Daughter is like 17 years old. So
Months.
So yeah, 17 months. Sorry, 17 months. Usually on this age, usually they like to try new words or producing some sounds.
Yeah.
Or imitating the parents. So when you know the developmental aspect that the children has, it's going to be easy for the teacher or the educators to assist them to play, and also for the parents as well.
Also for the parents. Now, if another question, if parents are some of them may be busy, but they want to have the best for their children, and then they want to enroll the children within your, schooling, as we may say. So the earliest age would be?
For us, will be on the 6 years old.
6
in
months.
The class.
So per session or per class, how many hours?
Usually for in Ramadan Leon itself, we have the session. Per session is an hour activities. Usually the attention span for the children usually is only like 45 minutes before 2 years old.
Yeah.
So if it goes well, the mood is okay, usually they can play until 1 hour.
Okay.
With the,
Look at them, Yasha.
Yeah, I
They're
know. You know what? I will
playing.
join them.
I know,
I think I will
right?
join them.
kamu sudah selesai? You already finished?
Oh, so okay. So here, Yasha, they actually put the word, the letters together, and then it turns into baju. So they have B-A, J, and U. So there you go. So baju. Good girl, terima kasih adik-adik. Pintar sekali.
I'm gonna continue playing with them. No, I gotta do next segment.
Yes, we have to do the next segment, right? So once again, thank you so very much.
Thank you so much for having us.
For the kids, terima kasih banyak sudah datang ke sini. And of course, we wish you guys all the success, right? Now, guys, we are going to go for another short break. And after the break, Yasha will return with a recap from the world of sports. Stay with us.